What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion about live trading psychology, fundamental and technical aspect of trading. So this is the second day of trading week. We are doing very well. As you can see, gold again moving to the upside as per analysis. So as you have seen, we had a great trade yesterday on gold. So let's look at in the beginning with starting with the gold to see how we can find an opportunity, and any trade coming along the way definitely will be jumping on the trade. So before I progress further, guys, make sure that give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So I'll be starting with gold as usual. Now gold, you have seen that we had a massive trade on gold yesterday during the news announcement. Now I will be looking at again to see how we can find an opportunity. We had a couple of trades today, you know, more or less same. So what we see currently that this is the last one that we had. So what we see currently on gold with this support level, the price has a bounce. Now I posted an analysis also, so let's look at that situation, why I have posted the analysis gold to be bullish and what we are expecting now in the market. As tomorrow news coming on AUD, we could see that gold in fact bouncing to the upside. Now first of all, let's look at the bigger picture from multi-time frame perspective, what I'm expecting, and then we'll be looking at how we can find trading opportunity. Multi-time frame means that I will be going to the highest time frame on the monthly to see what's happening. Now from the monthly, this is the monthly price action. You can see what happened is that this month so far gold has come to the monthly support. This is the previous monthly low and created a higher low, okay, which is a very important thing to look at. Higher low and then had a bounce. So higher low means that because it's a long term, you know, bigger picture is bullish. So we see that gold, after creating this higher low, has a bounce. Now what I think that with that bounce, we could see that gold is going up to test this this is the high, you know, this current month's high. Highly likely that gold will break this high, okay, which is highly likely to happen, and we might see that gold is, you know, creating a high, creating a new higher high, okay, that's highly likely to happen. And from that area, probably after breaking this high, we could see later a drop. So for the time being, we could see gold to the upside. Now if we look at the weekly, now from the weekly price action, as you can see, this is what exactly expected from the weekly. Firstly, we saw that if we look at the bigger picture on weekly on gold, from this level, this is the all-time high. There was a huge liquidity trigger in that zone. Now if you are not sure about liquidity trigger, also let me know in the live chat. I'll discuss in detail, because you know this channel is only to help the traders. So you can see that there is a liquidity trigger, and then we have seen that gold in fact had a massive drop and has come back to this support level, okay, this is the support, okay. And what do you saw that gold, after breaking this support, there is a long wick candle. Previous week there is a doji, that's a big massive doji on gold. Now with that doji, what we saw that gold now this week, after breaking towards the downside, you know, created a higher low and now moving up, which is exactly expected, because there is an imbalance in that zone, as you can see from the weekly on gold. And with that imbalance, what we saw that now the price is moving up, means that what I think that the price highly likely either will test this trend line on the weekly, okay, and or we could see the price even breaking this high. The reason is there is quite a few, you know, a sensible reason for this to happen. If we take our Fibonacci for this move on gold from the weekly, now why did I put that Fibonacci, guys? If you don't know Fibonacci, also let me know. Probably you are new to the trading, probably you don't know. I will explain everything step by step. So just you need to ask the question so that I know exactly where you are lacking, so that I can, you know, help you on that. So with this movement, we saw this massive drop on gold. Now from the bigger picture perspective, we can see that this is the starting of the move to the end of the move. And if we take our Fibonacci up to this level, what we see that the price basically coming to that zone, and this is where we see this is the resistance line, and this is there is one resistance here. This is the Fibonacci level. This is the zone that I'm expecting gold to travel, and which is happening. You can see gold started to move. Now if we look at the daily, yesterday we saw there is a rejection that we opened that trade in the live session. Probably enjoyed this in this trade, and you were in that trade too. Let me know in the chat if you enjoyed that trade. And we saw that daily there is a bullish candle. Today after little pullback, again the price is moving up, and I'm expecting at least to hit that zone, which is 1980 level. Big move ahead. Now as I mentioned that I could be wrong, it might drop back again, so make sure that you don't take my word as anything that 100% accurate. It's just an analysis opinion. Let's see now from the 4 hour, what we see that this is where the price action. Now we scale down to the lower time frame, and we saw this movement correction. Now we can expect another move. Now this is a very high liquidity zone with this doji. You see back to back two dojis, 1980 level. I think that gold will break to the upside, will go to the 1980, or you know, at least we can see that move coming up before dropping down. So looking at now on the 15 minutes and lower time frame, now you can see from the 15 minutes the price, you know, there is a double bottom here, okay, breakout, consolidation, retest. Now you see that after this is a bullish pattern. You can see first of all the price has formed a bullish engulfer, red candle break has broken down. Again the price is going up. So basically back to back the price grabbing liquidity along this zone, giving a very high probability for gold to move towards the upside, and I'm expecting it to go up and continue to rise to the upside. So from the 5 minutes also you saw that multiple times gold grab liquidity, giving a very high probability for gold to continue to rise. And along the way, any trade coming up, definitely we'll be looking at that, guys. Make sure that you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the chat which one you are looking at. We'll be discussing together. Don't hesitate to ask any question. So okay, awesome, thank you very much for being here. Gilbert, thanks very much. Kevin, Coach, are you still on dollar CAD sells? No, we close to it, profit a bit less profit, but you close to it dollar CAD because it was not doing accordingly. Gilbert, AUDPR in the news, higher rate increase, area opportunity on AUDPRs. Yep, we'll be looking at that. AUD, we saw that very volatile, as I mentioned that because tomorrow also news coming up. So along with gold and AUD getting very volatile, which is good for us. Gold looks bullish. Yeah, looks to me. Harry, good afternoon. Thank you very much, Harry. Hey, yep, thanks very much. How to draw Fibonacci? Yeah, absolutely, thanks very much. Keen, good afternoon, Coach. Does news from AUD makes gold to be? Yeah, absolutely. Gold and AUD pairs, because you mentioned that news is coming, and CAD. Yep. Yeah, AUD news definitely makes gold volatile, and more often you will see that AUD USD is mostly related to gold. Nowadays a little bit of different. in the past it was very very highly related. It's still very related, so you'll see that mostly they are related. So that's why when there is a AUD news, there is always a relationship with AUD USD and gold. Hi coach, thank you. So there are do you know that all the currency relation? Let me know in the chat if you know, then I can quickly explain, and I will make a separate YouTube video on the currency correlation. If you want it, let me know. If I see that everyone wants, then I'm gonna make it, because the things that I will make, you guys need to want it, then I know that actually it's what you really need. So currency relation is very important. Do you know the currency relation with all the indices, dollar, gold, how they relates, CAD, oil? And if you know, also let us know in the live chat, maybe other members will get benefited from it. Okay guys, thanks, thank you very much. Azil, how are you doing? I'm good, thank you very much. Good trade yesterday on gold, awesome. Yep, that was an awesome one trade, absolutely favor. Hello Angela, so can we buy gold after breaking the 15 minutes? Let's see, you just started, we see that bullish move, but the price is almost breaking the resistance line. I think now gold highly likely will move to the upside. Let's see how it goes. We are looking at the price action from 5 minutes. We have seen that this is a liquidity grab, so we might see that move to the upside. Okay, if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily the price started its another move. Let me see how it does. All right guys, gold, so are you are the best course. I'm still learning, though you have to join. No problems, Kennedy. Yeah, keep learning. Learning is the key to succeed. Okay, there is no alternative to learning. I still learn. Okay, it's a learning. I even learn from my followers, from you guys, because there is only one thing that increases when you give it to the other, it's knowledge. Okay, so yeah, that's the way that I see that growing as a trader is keeping an open mind, and yeah, and then more and more keeping an open mind, going for the big one. This is how things work. CAD JPY, what's your analysis? Absolutely, please explain currency relationship. You will be looking at that. Okay, let's see. Rohit, no, NZD JPY, no, we closed it. NZD JPY will be we just had last trade on gold, and then you are waiting for another one early today. Rohit, thanks for you, sir. It'll be a great help. Yeah. Okay, thanks for that. I'll be discussing all of these. I need currency correlation. Please make a separate video on currency correlation. Yeah, Raja, we'll be looking at that. Yes, currency correlation. Yeah, that's a very good point. In fact, when you know the currency correlation, it helps in many ways. As I mentioned, I'll create a separate video on this one. So basically it helps. We know why is because when you know the currency correlation, you can predict another currency from one currency. So for example, when you see DXY, you can see many other pairs how they are planning to move. That's a big part of game, isn't it? Because you know that okay, DXY, this is the situation, so that could lead gold to this way, euro dollar that way. So that's how you can know that which way, and especially news will help you, because if you see that, for example, oil news, how it will impact USD CAD, NZD CAD. Probably you are on an NZD CAD trade and there is a high impact news coming on oil, and probably you're thinking that okay, it's just oil news, I'm not in oil trade, but in fact it affect, right? the CAD. So this is why it is very important to know the currency correlation. I'll create a separate video on that very soon. We'll be releasing on for free on YouTube channel. So make sure you stay subscribed and press that bell button so that you're not missing out any of that content that we are releasing. So now let's jump back on gold. Now from the 1 hour, okay, we see that gold breaking to the upside. All right, this is a yesterday's trade. Today we had total 3 trades, and one we closed break even, the other one didn't work out. Now the next one we got a bigger profit, okay, 2 times profit. This is how the trading. Yesterday also we got 2 times profit, okay, 2.5 times yesterday's this live trade. This is how trading is, guys. This is what I mentioned, that we cannot expect every trade to be winner. It's not feasible, okay, unless you have a special tool that we had one. Now in a regular trading, okay, no one can expect to win all trades. Here the secret is to gain bigger profit, lose smaller, so that you remain profitable over long term. Okay, this is the secret key to be a successful profitable trader, is either to do a high probability trade or bigger profit. Okay, you see that most of our trade have bigger profit, 2 times, 2.5 times, 3 times. See, if you, let's say, even 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio trade, let's say you take 2-to-1 reward to risk, and then you took 10 trades, all right, 6 of them loser, 4 of them winner, you are still fully profitable as a trader. Why? Because 6 loser, if you do the proper risk management, 1% you lose 6%, not in a row, maybe up and down, but let's assume that in a row even 6%, and you win 4 trades. So even 2-to-1 reward to risk, once you win 4 trade, you gain each trade 2% and you gain 8%. All right, and now from 8% minus 6%, you are 2% ahead in the game, right? Now if you are a day trader, let's say you open 3 trades in a day, which is very easy to open if you are a day trader, and now 2 days, 3 days, let's say in a period of 3 days time, you open almost 10 trades on average as an example, and in 3 days you gain 2% profit, right? Net profit, which is very easily achievable. Now with 2% in 3 days, in a week on average, let's say 2.5% to let's say 3% even, let's assume that in a week you are net profit 3% in a week. It's a big gain as a trader. In a week, net 3%. Okay, now in a month you gain 12%, right? So this is how trading is, like 12% in a month net gain is in fact accountable, a big gain. And this is how understanding the probability, stay learning the risk management, and then trading based on the strategy is the key. That's why it comes to having a strategy is very important to be as a trader. So this is the key points here. Let's look at now on the lower time frame to see. Now 15 minutes, as I mentioned, that after this rejection, we saw this current candle is forming another bullish candle. From the 5 minutes time frame, we see that after this liquidity grab, the price has gone up. Now what is a liquidity grab? You can see that gold, this is a leg where we see that liquidity grab. All right, this is where the market, this form, okay, has gone up, grab liquidity, has come down, grab liquidity, now trending to the upside. Very common and very predictable pattern that we see in the market. Now liquidity is the fuel of the market. This is where you can say the dodge, So the many trader dodged here. For example, when it broke, it broke to the upside. Okay, now many traders started to buy, putting stop loss below this low, and the price has come down. When it is breaking down, you know, and then many traders started to sell from here, right? Stop loss here, and then it just dodged. So in the first move, it has gone up, okay, hit the stop loss, and then has come down, hit the stop loss. Now it is trending to the upside. This is why it is important to wait for this kind of breakout and then to look for an entry opportunity. Okay, so when the market, you know, grab liquidity like that, it's a sign of bigger move. The reason is it grabbed liquidity from both sides, so the market has a momentum for a bigger move to the upside or downside. Okay, so with this 15 minutes candle, what do we see? That gold now above this resistance, and if I look at again bigger picture, I see that potential move to the upside. I think it will move to 1980 level, which is very highly likely to happen. At least we can expect a move. Now there is a doji here, guys. There is one thing also you need to keep in mind. You see this doji, this is a very important level of resistance as well. We might see a little bit of rejection from here, and then later might be we see that. Let me see how it reacts to that level. Okay, we see that resistance is broken, and yeah, so yeah, I'm expecting it to break to the upside. We see that potential structure, you know, from the 1 hour. There's a double, but there's a sensible reason for moving to the upside. So if you look at this 1 hour price action, we see that there was a lot of consolidation up and down. So basically it created a double bottom, okay, and then has broken out. That's the liquidity grab here. Okay, now if we look our TF strategy, as you can see, according to our TF strategy, from 1 hour perspective, we see that gold has a buy signal in my strategy in this whole move, and this is what we bought here. Okay, first a little bit of confusion, but later it worked out well, that the second trade, full move with that. Now this is our TF strategy indicator. Now if you are our lifetime member, you should be able to access that TF indicator from your student dashboard. Now if you are not, also you can join us. There is a link in the description area. There is a link at the top of the chat. Once you join, you will you'll see all the trades that I'm trading. You will be receiving all the trade alerts, and also you will be part of this trading community, learning all the strategies that we are trading, and be part of this trading community. There is a VIP chat group available. Also you can join that as well. So yeah, so to do that, to access all of them, this trading tool and everything, there is a link in the description area, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. Click the link, visit the website, and then click join now button, and then join lifetime or any plan that you like. You can, I would say that this is the best decision you'll ever made. There is an enormous value in this channel. So let's look at now. Let me see what it's trying to do. Okay, so you see that coming to the support level again. So is there any news coming today? I think no. Forex factory. Okay, so far today there isn't and tomorrow there is a news coming up again on AUD, but still the market is very volatile. Okay, we might see some liquidity grab at the bottom from the support level. Okay, so we might see some another move for the liquidity grab. Okay, so let's see how it has done. Okay, so from 15 minutes what we have seen that there is a so there is a rejection from the top. Okay, so you saw that rejection. See, if you look at the 1 hour chart, okay, so there is a rejection, which is good. That's what I was telling that. So the market now, this rejection is which might give the price to create a movement. So if you look at the daily, you can see the price on the daily opening and closing. I retest this level. That is a massive drop. So which is, this is for me, it's another liquidity grab. We might see that again. You see, this is the previous smart money area, previous resistance, turning support. Okay, above the in the zone, and that's basically giving the price another opportunity. Let's see how it is trying to do. See, the price has come to a very, very important level. Exactly tested this is smart money area. Let's see how it is trying to do here. This is a significant rejection coming now. Let's see. It's very interesting, isn't it? Now, if we look at the bigger picture here, okay, so from the 1 hour and looking at 1 hour and 4 hour, so basically you can see the price from the 1 hour. This is a structure, a resistance line broken. Okay, we can expect the price to break to the upside from this level, testing this previous support and resistance turn support, and from that zone now this is the 5-minute scan. Let's see how it is trying to do. Looking at the daily, okay, the price on the daily daily opening and closing, okay, so from that zone, what I think that after testing this level, what I think we could see again movement to the upside. Let's see how it is doing here. This is a smart money area. You can see this previous resistance turn support, and how this candle will close will determine a lot of things. And in the meantime, let me see what others instruments are doing. Okay guys, hopefully that you are enjoying. Let me know in the live chat what's your thought on this. Please, how can I draw my trend line? Yeah, absolutely, we'll discuss it. Could you please look at NASDAQ? Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Can you please check pair, because I'm small account, can't trade on. Yeah, Rohit, absolutely, we'll be looking at all the instrument that we are trading here. Why not? Sure. Okay, so hello coach, do you have an open trade? No, currently we don't have. We opened one trade on gold and we closed it. We had a profit 2 times. One, the other one didn't work out, but the one that worked out was very well. We closed almost with 2 times profit on this one. So now, okay, we'll be looking at other instrument. Let's let the price, that one keep running. All right. Hello coach, do you have an open? No, I don't have. Or the yen, you absolutely will be looking at that. Leave that on. Hello boss, thank you. DXY, yeah. Hello sir, could you please check DXY? Absolutely will be looking at that. NZD JPY, yeah, absolutely will be looking at that. Gold price, expecting 15 minutes time frame moving average. Yeah, that's what we see. And when please EuroCAD. Good morning Noami, thank you very much. Good morning. Let's look at now AUD USD. As you can see, AUD USD, there is a news coming tomorrow, so this one might be getting very volatile. AUD USD, Aussie yen, all of them, we will be looking at that. Now firstly, if we look at AUD USD, okay, from bigger picture perspective, looking at the monthly. So from the monthly, we see that AUD USD is a bullish market. Okay, currently we see from here there is a bounce to the upside on AUD USD. Now with that bounce, what we have seen that AUD USD on the lower time frame created a bullish move. So from the monthly, okay, what we have seen that on AUD USD from the monthly, there is quite a few months of drop, and then we have seen this month the price started to move to the upside. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see from the weekly perspective, so far after this previous weekly bullish candle, AUD USD has formed this weekly candle, which is also typically bullish for me, has come down now, trying to create a bullish move. If we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective there is a move. Okay, now the price has come down for a deeper pullback. Okay, and if we look at the 4-hour, so this is what we saw the previous session, there is a pin bar. Now the price is coming down as there is a news, and what I think that at some point we should be able to see again rejection. Now once we will see that rejection coming up on AUD USD, we will be looking for buying. At the moment we see locally coming down, so it's not a zone that we can look for buying. First we need to see the market has dropped enough, tested this level. Once you see the market has formed this price action, then we can look for potential trading opportunity on AUD USD. So this is currently dropping. It's a bull market at this time. I will not be interested to go long or go short. So once you see the price has formed enough confirmation, we can look for buying this one. So yeah, AUD USD, let's go back to gold to see what it is trying to do. Looking at 5 minutes, we have seen there is a doji has formed. Okay, so after this breakdown, the price, let me see from the 1 hour. Okay, all right, so there is a very strong rejection from this resistance line. Now it is crucially important to see with this 15 minutes candle how the price is forming. Is it a liquidity grab or it wants to break down? It's very important to see. We have seen that there is a bit more pressure from the top, so it might move a bit more down. Let's see. So from the 15 minutes, what we are seeing that the price penetrating this important level. From 5 minutes. Okay, so there is a bit more breakdown. Let's see how it does. We are not on it once you see confirmation, we can look for opportunity. So in the meantime, let me see. Okay, let's look at other instruments. We'll be looking at now on AUD USD. We have looked at. Let me see that on GBP JPY. Now GBP JPY, what I have seen early today, there was a rejection from here. We might see this one again turning to be a bull market. Okay, so GBP JPY, if we look at the bigger picture in this market, looking at the monthly, now this market is a long-term bullish market. You can see this is a GBP JPY. It's a long-term bullish market. If we look at the weekly, we can see the same situation on GBP JPY. From the weekly, previous week there is a bullish candle, and then there's a long wick here, has formed a higher low along the zone. Now with that higher low creation, GBP JPY has created a higher low, and I think that GJ, the price tested this lower part of this weekly candle. We might see some bullish move primarily. Now if we look at the daily, so far there is a bearish candle followed by another. So far the price has come down now, pushing high again. If we look at the 4 hour, we can see the market slowly creating a bullish price action here on GBP JPY, and I think that we can expect now the price to move up. As we saw, the price has come down to an important level, and from this zone we can expect GBP JPY to move towards the upside. So this is where I see that potentially bullish movement on GBP JPY, and I think that we could see with that move even breaking this high and continuing, because it's a long-term bullish market. The price has come to an important level where there's the previous resistance and support. We can expect on GBP JPY to continue to rise in that direction. So let's see how it does from the 1 hour and lower time frame. We could see that GBP JPY moving up, because if you look at the bigger picture, we see that this market was creating series of higher high and higher low, which is a typical bullish market structure. Okay, so we'll be looking at that on the, if we find an opportunity, we'll be looking at to see how we can find and we can trade that. Okay, it is a long-term bullish market and it could remain bullish. Gold may break down. Okay, let's see. Hi coach, CHF JPY. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. In the meantime, guys, if you're looking for a regulated broker, our recommended broker is EverTrade. There is a link in the description area for EverTrade. You can use that link to register for free, and also I'm giving a link in the live chat. You can use that link. Okay, so this is a you can click that link for regulated broker and then register for free, start trading with a regulated broker. So GBP JPY, to me a bullish market. Keep in mind, guys, the most important part that I look at when I trade is the trend. You see that this is the best way to remain profitable as a trader, trading with the trend. And as you can see, most of the time, most of the trade that I open is in the direction of the major trend. Now if you are not sure how to identify the direction of the trend, let me know. We'll be discussing more on that as well. As you can see, GBP JPY, do you have anyone have any confusion about the trend of this market? Want to see that you guys are following. So GJ might come down to the baseline here. So this is the price was moving in that direction, so which is a typical bullish market structure. Let me know guys if anyone is not sure about how to identify a trend, so that I can explain more on how to identify a trend in a market. All right, so let's go back to gold. You see some upside again coming on the lower time frame. So from the 5 minutes, okay, so we saw, as I mentioned, that this is a smart money area, and we have seen that the price has formed this bullish candle. Okay, so we could see, there is a possibility for, okay, so as I mentioned that's a liquidity grab here, and with that liquidity grab, okay, we can see how the price is doing here. Let me see. So what it did is, in fact, has come down for bigger liquidity grab. Now trying to move up means that it has taken enough fuel, and now it is moving to the upside. Okay, so that could give the price a bit more strength now on gold. So it slaughtered all of them here, right? Let's see if we can find an entry in that situation. Okay, so what we are seeing that gold, what it is trying to do, it grabbed significant liquidity. Let me see how it is doing here. So there is a massive move. Let me see, I might see that move now. Okay, so to back 2 times the price grab liquidity here. Okay, so now there is an opportunity here to let me see all aspect. There is a upside probability, very high probability for this upside movement, but how far it might go. So there's a, I'm not still trading, just looking at to see how much we can take. Okay, okay, so I will be going long on this gold market again in this trade. Not yet, not yet. 1 second, not yet. Let me see what it is trying to do. Okay, it is trying to break. Now okay, still directional bias is not clear. This 5 minutes candle is forming, which is still maintaining this level here. Okay, you see with this support, okay, so it's still there. I don't see still clear direction, so we'll still be waiting for an entry. Okay, let's see how it does. It might continue to drop, or it might go up. Let's see. Once I will be, I'll have a understanding that I will be according to the strategy. Once you will see that trade comes up, we'll be looking at that. bias could be still bullish, but let's see how it is doing here. Okay, we'll keep eye on that. In the meantime, we will be looking at other pairs. Which one you are looking at, let me know. You still have 4-hour candle, quite a few moments to go. We'll see that how it is doing. In the meantime, GJ again looks to me that bullish. Okay, and let's look at US30. Okay, and NASDAQ. So looking at NASDAQ, I'll be looking at the daily. Now NASDAQ, from the daily, it is a, you can see that very strong bullish market. I'll be looking at the multi-time frame approach, guys. Keep in mind that multi-time frame analysis is the key to understand the direction in the market. Okay, so from the multi-time frame approach, we see that NASDAQ had a previous months there is a bullish candle. Now this kind of candle, candlestick will tell you which way the market will be heading. This is the secret to know candlestick pattern. Now there is no other way that I found is more accurate than the candlestick pattern. There is a reason behind it. I'll explain what it is so that you guys know exactly how it does. Okay, so okay, I'll be looking at that. In the meantime, things good, maybe. Yeah, thanks for that. EUR GBP. Okay, thanks for that. USD JPY, please check gold. EUR GBP. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. EUR GBP, yeah, absolutely, thanks for that. Okay, we'll be looking at EUR GBP. Okay, so looking at EUR GBP, all right, what do we see that on EUR GBP? Bigger picture monthly, first of all. Okay, now monthly we see that EUR GBP quite a few months back to back drop. Now this monthly candle that has closed also with a red candle, and this month, once the market opened, created a higher low, and then it's still narrow on the monthly, still almost full month remaining, so you can't see anything more here. Weekly price action is bearish. Okay, so EUR GBP from weekly, you can see the previous week there is a bearish candle, followed by this week we have seen that the market, this is the previous support level, turn resistance. Okay, and from that zone we saw that there is a rejection on EUR GBP. If you look at the daily, now daily price action on EUR GBP is a bearish. You see there is a massive drop, consolidation pattern, liquidity gap, another drop. Now we could see the sellers will try to sell again. So this is a typical bearish market structure, guys. Keep in mind that simplest way, okay, is to keep it simple. Always when you trade, keep it the simple, because this is how one can gain freedom. I think that, let me see. So what we see that from the bigger picture on EUR GBP, the market structure is bearish. So this is what I say you guys, that always look at the market structure, and this is the simplest way to trade, looking at the bigger picture and then looking at the market structure. Now there is a lot of you might get a lot of information that might make you confused. That's very simple. Trading is simple. Okay, the simpler you will keep, the better, right? So Euro GBP, we can see that the market has formed this movement, consolidation, drop, and then we see the market now tested this previous support here as a resistance, and from that zone we have seen there's a long wick candle, and we can expect Euro GBP to move down. Now from the lower time frame perspective, let's see how it is doing on Euro GBP. Now we can see that from the lower time frame there is a this is a movement, and the price is, you can see, is forming here consolidation pattern. What I think that Euro GBP, after a little pullback, we can expect slowly to move down. So this is a bearish market, but this price action little bit here, a little bit complicated. I'll wait for a clean price action for potential trading opportunity on Euro GBP. So now let's go back to gold, guys, to see what it is doing, and we'll come back again to other pairs. So we see that there is a 1 hour candle close, and on the 5 minutes as well. Let me see. Okay, so now it tested this level on the 15 minutes. Let me see. Okay, so we need to see either it is trying to move in a sideway, or it is gaining momentum here and then moving to the upside, which is likely to happen. Let's see how the price action is forming here. For me, it might remain bullish still, so let's see how it does here. It is the key points to look at on gold to see. Keep in mind, guys, that patience is the key. Okay, you have seen yesterday how we have traded after talking a lot, analysis, and then once we saw the price satisfied the rules, the price in the point, everything aligning together, along with the fourth dimension that I tell, the timing, then we enter the trade. This is how trading is. Patience is the key, and you need to be able to be emotionally resilient so that you can develop that patience. Okay, what do we see here? I'll see you out, and let me know in the chat if you struggling from patience. It's also a big part of trading, understanding the trading psychology. What I'd say that not only big part is the way of being a profitable trader is to understand one's emotion. Okay, we think that I need something to be profitable, but you need something, but at the same time you need to be able to handle that. Okay, this I always explain that way, that you need a very good, what I can say, the world best sports car for being the world champion in racing, and at the same time you need to be able to drive that sports car so that you can be that world champion. So there is a combination. Okay, there has to be a correspondence between outside and inside. This is called the law of correspondence, which defines that, explain that everything is inside out. Okay, so we need to be able to correspond what skill along with being able to acquire that. Okay, so this is the key points of developing patience and then being emotionally resilient so that you can develop that trading mindset, which is very important as a trader. And some might tell you, I frequently hear to say that controlling emotion, that I wouldn't say about controlling emotion, because controlling in fact is I personally don't like that word, because controlling means something is being suppressed. Okay, sometime I discuss, this is a big part of trading psychology, to understanding how emotion works. So some might tell you that, let's say, controlling emotion, so how does it differ from being resilient? I don't say control, because when anything you control, what happen is that it deepens into the unconscious. So let's say if you say that, okay, I control emotion and then I become a very good trader, in fact it is going to the unconscious. Okay, we have to be resilient of that emotion coming along with trading. So there's a big difference. Okay, it looks like a simple, but in fact it's a big difference. So controlling, anything you control, what happen is that it doesn't go away, it goes to the unconscious. So unconscious is the deep inside us. Anything you become resilient, you need it to flow out, then you become resilient. So controlling means you are putting it down, or being resilient means you are opening it up. So you see, there is a completely opposite. You're opening to up and then you become resilient to it. So how does one become resilient? Okay, let it happen. Right, we'll discuss more on that. I will give you a clear idea of how you can become emotionally resilient, so that you can handle any kind of emotion that coming along with the trading. And once you know how to handle emotion, you know how to handle your big trading account to become a profitable trader. Okay, it's all about being able to a master of your own emotion. So what we see that here on 5 minutes on gold, the price still forming that bullish structure for me. Okay, it's there's a doji here, and I think that the market highly likely, okay, will move to the upside. Let's see how it does. We'll be discussing that over time. Thanks for that. And NZD JPY, yeah, though, thanks for that. CAD JPY, what's your analysis? Thank you. Struggling of patience, coach. Yeah, very Angela. It's I think that it's not only you, it's everyone. I struggled also in the starting of my trading. Okay, I'll tell you what is the best way to overcome this. Everyone has its own way, but I'll share that how I have been able to do that. Okay, so long time didn't analyze US30. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. CAD JPY, we'll be looking at US30, and then we'll come back to gold. Let me see 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, still not fully ready. Once we'll be that, we'll look at that. So yeah, let's look at the US30, and then we'll be looking at that what we discussed. So US30, if I look at the bigger picture from the daily, now from daily, as I mentioned yesterday, that I didn't think that US30 will go up. It has done this. It didn't go up, starts to drop, because the reason I said that is because there is an with this breakout on US30 has broken this channel. You can see that resistance line, and you know, this is a lonely candle, and I don't think that it will be able to move that way. What I think that is, this is the resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. We could see further drop, especially along this smart money area. There is a double bottom, okay, and this is a resistance of the double bottom, okay. So resistance line turning support here along with this trend line. I think that US30 will drop back to this level, and then we can expect bullish move. So for the time being, if we look at the further lower time frame on the 4 hour, we can see that with this movement, we see this structure here. This is a reversal pattern breakout, and then we can expect it to come down to this resistance here, turning support here, and then we can expect US30 to test this level, test this resistance and support, and from this zone we can expect it to go long. And I will be waiting for some kind of long wick candle, which happen more often, and once we will see that rejection coming, we can look for potential bullish trading opportunity on US30. Okay guys, so we'll be looking at that. And in the meantime, good afternoon sir, thank you for your coaching always. Thanks Elizabeth, it's always absolutely. So yeah, about the patience, let me tell you why this happened. I'll tell you from the very fundamental aspect. Okay, look, if you trigger, if I tell you something that will really touch your heart, that will really create a big impact in your life, which is that you see that the trading account that we have, why do we become impatient? First of all, if we do some deduction that like the detective does, like asking some important question from backward, you will see that, let me tell you what, let's say we have a trading account of $1,000. okay, as an example, I have a trading account of $1,000. now when does this happen? Let's say you open a position, okay, and then it turns into $1,200, right? And then you open a position, it turns into $1,400. okay, now back to back, quite a few winner, you went to $1,400. You're very well, everything is going well, happy, and then it turns into, suddenly it turns into another 2 or 1 trade loser. You came back to $1,200. now see your reaction to that account money. You started with $1,000, okay, you went to $1,400, and then you come back to $1,200. now imagine that what happened when you went from $1,000 to $1,200. how did you feel? You are very happy, right? That my account from $1,000 to $1,200, you feel very good, enthusiastic, okay, motivated, because you gain $200. now once you gone to $1,400 and has come back to $1,200, do you feel the same way? Definitely not, right? This is the truth. Now you feel a bit more demotivated or sad. It's normal, it's everyone does like that. Amount is same. Why does this changes of our perception? You see, this is where we need to think. You started with $1,000, you went to $1,400, and then has come back to $1,200. so you went to step by step. First time when you had $1,200 from $1,000, you are very happy. For the same amount, the reaction changes. This is where the key points to look at is, because anything comes around us, we form an identity with that things. For example, the position that we have, everything we have, we become we form an identity, and we become attached to that identity. But as a matter of fact, if you look at from fundamental perspective, nothing we can hold on to. Okay, everything changes over time, right? We can't hold on to anything. So if you can stay detached, if you don't form that identity, it will not create that emotion that much of. And more importantly, the money has the highest form of emotion. Okay, anything that in this world that I have seen, that money brings the highest form of emotion, because this is where the survival, this is where the, what I can say, that everything comes along. Okay, power, survival, you know, freedom, everything comes with money. And this it holds a huge emotional response to it, because we put that meaning behind it. And because of that, once we know that actually nothing we can form an identity and you can detach from the trading account, then only, you know, we can resolve that emotional turmoil. But it's not easy, I know that. Everyone, I also get emotional very much with the money, because it's a hard work we do, and then we earn that. So then how we can, you know, overcome that is by trying. Okay, trying not to, like, thinking, creating a conscious effort not to do that, and over time not quitting, and it's gonna happen. Okay, understanding, realizing will solve 80%. Okay, the 20%, little bit of time and it will go away. I'm sure that everyone will be able to do that. So let's now look at that on let's see. Okay, so if we look at from 5 minutes, okay, so you can see this market is a choppy market. That's why I didn't go long here. A little bit of choppy, is still not showing clear direction. Okay, okay, so let's see. I want to see that it's grab the huge liquidity and then move to the upside. Okay, so in the meantime, let's look at some other instrument. I will be looking at some dollar bills, dollar yen. Okay, dollar CAD. Just let me look at quickly all of them to see after the candle close how they have done. Okay, so AUD USD has formed a narrow doji. CAD CHF, Gold, CHF JPY. Just looking at quickly, all of them is skimming through. For GBP, EUR JPY, Euro NZD, Euro dollar. Okay, so yeah, there isn't here much. Let me know which one. Dollar yen. Okay, we'll be looking at that on dollar yen. All right, so dollar yen, if I look at the bigger picture monthly, all right, so from the monthly perspective, we can see that from the monthly, you can see the price is creating series of higher low along this area on dollar yen. Now with that series of higher low creation, we can see the market is, you know, created this move to the upside. Now for me, dollar yen is a strongly bullish market. Okay, we can see that big bullish market. This is a monthly candle which is in fact has a long wick at the top and bottom, and there is a healthy body in the middle. Okay, so with that movement, what we can expect, dollar yen, it's now in this narrow area. I think the dollar yen, the bulls will try to break this high. If we look at the weekly, so far previous week there is a narrow doji. This week, the first 2 days, you can see the the bears not being able to break the low. Now I think that weekly we could see the prices remaining like that. Okay, highly likely that the price will not be able to break the weekly low, or even we could see that narrow range here, because it's a bull market and ultimately the bulls will try to break this high. If we look at the daily, now from the daily we see the dollar yen from the daily perspective, there is a massive move, consolidation, another move, it's dropped, and then what we see that with this daily move, the price has a, this is the daily price action, has a rejection. Now with that rejection, this is the current daily candle, has broken the low, and then the price slowly moving up. I think that we might see little bit sideways, but it's still, you can see, maintaining the market structure. Now the market structure is the key to understand the trend in the market. I know that I also in the beginning I used many indicators, this and that. They indicator might give you some idea, but to understand and the actual movement in the market, the only way is to know the market structure. This is the 3 secrets that one must know to be profitable: is the market structure, price action, and liquidity. Okay, these according to scientists that I told you, or there's a famous scientist, he said that if you want to know the secret of this universe, then you need to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Similarly, if you want to know the secret of the market, you need to think in terms of market structure, liquidity, and price action, and both of these are important, right? Because if you don't know how, if you know how energy, frequency, and vibration work, you can create an external world very pleasant to you. Similarly, it will help you to grasp the concept of the market, because at the end of the day, the way we stay, the state of being, will determine how we create our surroundings. We'll discuss that one, very important. Okay, it will also help you in your trading. So you see that the market structure is series of higher high and higher low, which is a bullish market structure, series of higher high and higher low. And then what we have seen, that dollar yen, you can see that this is a structure is maintaining the bullish market structure. So when I see the bigger picture is bullish, I always look for buying opportunity. If you understand this, even you will not think of selling in this market. This is why you see that. Now from the lower time frame, you see this is a consolidation here from the 4 hour, but it's still maintaining a bullish market structure. So any situation, if I don't have trade, I will not open position, but if I have a trade, I will only look for bullish trading opportunity in this market. Okay, so at this point you can see dollar yen a little bit of in a sideways on the lower time frame. There isn't much trade, but any trade coming up, we'll be looking at bullish trading opportunity. Now from the let's go back to gold to see what it is doing now here on the lower time frame. So there is a doji, okay, maintaining this local bullish structure. Okay, so we see that from the 15 minutes, the price action is slowly, looks to me that it's bullish. Let's see how it does. We'll be looking at that. Okay, as soon as any trade comes, we'll be seeing how we can trade. Okay guys, in the meantime, if you want to join us to learn our strategies and also to trade with us, you can join us, visit our website. There is a link in the description area. You can visit us, join us to learn our strategies and also to trade with us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Let me see. It's gold forming a bearish flag. Gold on the 5 minutes that you are saying, no, doesn't look to me that way. Let's see, it's in a consolidation, but it still look to me that bullish, right? Let's see how it does, right? Okay, so we still 15 minutes. There is a doji. So this is the 1 hour candle. You can go see on gold, which is forming that bullish structure. Yes, let me see. Okay, any opportunity come, we will be looking at that. Still from 1 hour, which is a bullish. Let me see from in the meantime, we talked about dollar yen, dollar CAD, US30. We discussed, we could see that coming down. NZD JPY is in a very narrow range. If you look at the 1 hour, it's in a narrow range. If we look at the daily, we can see that previous day there is a doji. Today also the market is forming dojis. I think ultimately this one we should be able to see that upside. Okay, this one you can see the market is consolidating. Still there isn't any proper entry. I think after breaking the support, grabbing liquidity, we could see that NZD JPY again moving towards the upside. Okay, that could have happen. Okay, let's see. Okay, so gold, let me see again. So the slowly forming that bullish. And after this, the yesterday's trade that we have seen, that this move, the market is just moving in a sideway in that area, and anytime we could see that impulse coming again. Okay, the reason I'm not going long here is because you see there is a rejection here. Okay, we need to see that the price completely broken to the upside for potential opportunity in the market. Okay, so you see that movement coming up. Okay, so in the meantime, GBP CHF, we'll be looking at that. So gold is still in a consolidation. Let me see other instrument like euro dollar. Looking at the daily on euro dollar, okay, I'll be looking at euro dollar in detail from bigger picture perspective, from the monthly. Now we see that from the monthly time frame, euro dollar this month has gone up, tested this important previous support and resistance here and had a rejection. If we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective there is a massive drop. Okay, with that drop, euro dollar from the weekly, there is a doji here. Okay, with that doji, so far once the market open after little test to the upside, has a rejection, and with that rejection we can expect euro dollar to continue to drop in that direction. So if we look at the daily on euro dollar, what we see that the price previous day there is a doji. Okay, now with the doji, the price has crossed this doji's high on the daily and then revert back, okay, on the daily time frame on euro dollar. Now with that drop from daily, this is the resistance line on euro dollar. Okay, has crossed that high, and then now we see that from the daily perspective, the price, you can see that has a rejection. Okay, now because the price grab liquidity from the resistance, we can expect euro dollar to continue to drop in that direction. So this is the daily. Now from the 4 hour, we can see again moving up. So a little bit of complicacy here, but after moving up, if we see the price again forming rejection, we can look for selling. But at this point I don't see any clear direction on euro dollar, because you see this price action is not fully clear. We might see that news coming up tomorrow on AUD and CAD, and then Thursday is USD, so we might see a little bit of in a sideway on this one. Okay, but from daily, what we see that from the daily is slowly turning bearish, okay, which is expected. From weekly also we see that bearish. Already we saw this massive drop. We might see that bigger picture if we look at, because the price on a support level, we might see little bit of sideway movement, but still we can expect it to give us an entry once we will find that. Okay guys, in the meantime, make sure that you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, guys, if you haven't done yet. This weekend also I will be releasing some important content that will help you to be profitable as a trader. So make sure you keep eye on the channel for the content that I will be releasing. Every weekend I release some important content that really helps trader. So if you want to access all of them, make sure you subscribe and also press that bell button, so that as soon as I release, you are notified on those content. Okay, so let me see. In the meantime, let me know how you are doing. Gosh, gold is going down. Let me see. Yeah, that's what you see, as I mentioned that. Yeah, so in the 5 minutes now there is a breakdown. This is what I was telling, that it wasn't clear fully. All right, look at the 1 hour. Let me see. All right, so from 15 minutes, okay, so from these 5 minutes we saw that there is a we might see, this is a from 1 hour you can see there is a movement has come back down, and we might see even a sideways or like that movement, okay, drop and then going up and slowly coming down in that fashion, respecting this resistance. So this is making it on gold from the 1 hour, okay, making it as a liquidity grab in that area. Right, so we can see it could be that price like that, okay. So there is an impulse and then the price consolidated, okay, has gone up. If it come back down we might see a retest and then coming down. That could be, once we will see the candle close, we will be able to see which way the market is heading. Right, let's see how it does. Okay, so we see that breakdown. Let me see how it does, then we'll be looking for an opportunity. All right guys, in the meantime, if you want to trade with us and also learn our strategies, you can join us. As you have seen, we do have quite a few trades, and also you will be learning our strategies. Be part of the trading community, okay. Don't hesitate to join us. There is a link in the description, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. Visit the website, click join now button, and you will be part of the trading community. I will invite you to join us. Instead of what I can say that losing money, I will recommend you to invest on your education and then grow as a trader. It's a long-term picture. Looking at the long-term picture, there is always I think that dedication, hard work needed for everything. Trading is not apart from it. Once you learn and grow, it becomes much easier for you to become a consistently profitable trader, so that you can gain what you want in life. So CAD CHF, you will be looking at that. AUD CHF, okay, AUD CHF. AUD is getting stronger because of the, there is a news coming up tomorrow. We could see AUD getting very volatile. Now AUD CHF, if you look at the weekly, we can see that this is a looking at the monthly, after the previous monthly doji, AUD CHF has come to an important level of support. I think that AUD CHF might be planning for bigger move, okay, because it's bounced from here, from the monthly, which is, a bullish market. If you look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective as well, AUD CHF, there's a bullish move followed by another move started, and we could see AUD CHF going up, breaking this high. Now if you look at the daily, this is the daily price action. There is a doji. So far the price has crossed that doji and then rejected. Highly likely that AUD CHF, as the news coming, as I mentioned, you might see the price has gone up and breaking this high. From the lower time frame, we can see that 4-hour AUD CHF has created this move, consolidation. There is another move on AUD CHF, and we can expect the price to continue to rise in that direction. Okay, so yeah, we'll be waiting for potential bullish opportunity on AUD CHF. This is a bull market, and I think that it will continue to rise. Let's go back to gold. We say that we see that move to the downside, okay, from 5 minutes. Let me see, there is a doji. Yeah, I think the price action is bearish now at the moment. Delete that. Okay, so what do we see that gold, from the daily, we might see the price might come down to the daily support again, okay, or at least breaking this low. Very interesting price action. You can see up and down consolidation, and yeah, so let's let it break and see how it is trying to do on the lower time frame. I think that the way I see the price action is a strong impulse, consolidation, another trial for breaking high from this resistance coming down. Now we might see that it's coming back to this smart money area. If you are not sure about the smart money area, let me know in the chat, I'll explain. So you see the price has come back to that level where there is the previous resistance turn support on gold, and I think that the market will break to that level, and then we might see that moving to the upside again. Okay, so we could see that. Let's see how it does. The way, because it grabbed liquidity from the top and rejected, we might see that gold coming down further now. Okay, so let's see how it does. We will be, once we will find an entry, then only we will be entering the trade. Okay, so there is a doji. As you can see, from that level we see that move coming. USD, yep, DXY, Euro, AUD. Yeah, DXY is important. We will be looking at that, okay, which is also crucially important to look at DXY, because DXY will give us a clear idea of the market. So looking at the DXY, we can see that from the daily, okay, Yeah, so daily price action on DXY is bullish. Okay, the way we see this price action on DXY, if I look at bigger picture monthly, the price is approaching this level on the monthly. But if we look at the previous monthly price action on DXY, we see that there is a bullish candle followed by this month so far initial drop. Now the price is moving towards the upside, and we could see this price is continuing to the upside. Now if we look at the weekly, previous week there is a doji, and this week as expected, if you have watched my weekly forex forecast, this is what I mentioned, the DXY is likely to go up again, which is doing exactly as it is. If you haven't watched that, then I will recommend you to watch. Make sure you stay subscribed so that this kind of content, whenever I'm releasing, it's going to your home page. So make sure you do that and stay tuned. There is a unique content in this channel on the YouTube as well as everywhere that will really will help you in your trading. So make sure you do that. I will pause for 2 seconds so that you can do that. Awesome, thank you. So we see the DXY has from this level has a rejection, and with that rejection, what we can expect on DXY to move towards the upside. Okay, so if you look at the daily, now this is where a crucial point to look at, because this is the daily support below this doji, and the price you can see has crossed the daily doji's low and move up. Now this kind of pattern is very common, you will see in the market all the time, and this is a very common bullish pattern here that I see. And this is what I call a kind of this is what I call a station, where the price normally come to a point, and then most of the time you will see reject from that level. Now this kind of price action you'll see very common, and once you spot that, you usually know that from here the price will move. Now you can see this move doji, the price has crossed the low, and then we have seen another movement towards the upside on DXY, and we could see that move might be DXY is taking highly likely to this resistance line. Okay, now from the lower time frame we can see that level where this is the support here, support here, support here, liquidity gap we can expect now is to blow to the upside on DXY. Okay, so this is what I will be waiting for, an entry in that zone once you will see that. Okay, so if that will basically will give us a whole idea of euro dollar, GBP USD, gold. Let's look at gold now. Okay, gold has just broken the low, right, and then we saw that doji coming. So you see that movement. This is a support level here on gold also. Okay, so you need to see how it is reacting to that level. crucially important level of support now on. We will be looking. So the gold candle closing as a long bearish candle that could lead gold price to drop further. Here we see the dollar getting stronger along with dollar yen also. So as I mentioned, this is a long-term bullish market on dollar yen. Just looking at all of them. So AUD USD trying to drop. Okay, CAD JPY and CAD CHF. Okay, CAD JPY, CAD is very strong, as you know that if you look at the daily, we can see that after this pullback on the daily, again the price is moving up. Now CAD JPY from the lower time frame, I see that there is a potential. This is a strong bullish engulfer, as you can see on CAD JPY. In this whole move, there is a strong move correction, and the price has formed this bullish engulfer that has a long wick at the top. It engulfed the previous candles completely. The price has tested this level, okay, and we see that potentially bullish opportunity on CAD JPY. Okay, this is a bull market for me. It's gonna be a strongly bullish on CAD JPY. Let's see the weekly. This is a bullish price action. Monthly, yeah, so we see that potentially bullish movement on CAD JPY, and we could see slowly this market breaking towards the upside. Similar to a CHF JPY also forming that bullish price action, along with GBP JPY also showing that bullish price action. So JPY getting weaker again, so we might see that with that movement we could see GBP JPY, CAD JPY, CHF JPY getting stronger again. They are longer picture perspective, they are bullish. I think they will move to the upside. Okay, so what's your smart money area? Yeah, very good question. We'll be discussing that. Can you explain smart money? Yeah, can you show us on the chart? AUD USD, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. 1940 for us, yeah, might be a okay. Awesome. Gold, Fibonacci middleman, 1 hour. This means it's going down according to coach's video. Yeah, thanks. I think that you are learning. Very good. Yeah, I didn't delay. Very good question. Very good analysis. Yeah, so this is what we need. We need, you know, you guys pay attention and then learn and grow as a trader, which is very important. So let me look at smart money area is very important. So I see that you guys are learning very good, you know, progressing as a trader. As I mentioned, the learning is the key to be successful as a trader. So when you learn and grow, you know, change your circumstance, become someone else, become, you know, what I can say, knowledgeable, skill to you know, to create the life that you want to create, to become a trader or to do anything. So learning and growing is very, very important. You know, there was a time everyone, we in the beginning, let's say when we are young, we don't know anything, right? So you see that most of us, we think that we born, let's say, born as a someone to do something, but as a matter of fact, we are not born, we are learned. Okay, most of the time, majority of the time. For example, learning also creates a lot of changes, also creates changes our belief. Also, knowledge is power. So that's why I always tell you guys that when you keep open mind, learn, grow, it becomes much easier. All right. So how does learning help? I'll tell you an example. See, there was a time, okay, when I thought that everything, everything happens, okay, everything happens to me. And most people in that think that way, that everything happens to them. But if you know, for example, when you want to create abundance, okay, in your life, for example, you want to be a profitable trader, you want to make $1 million by trading, you want to gain financial freedom, go to the holiday that you want to go, okay, buy the things that you want to buy, stress free, no worry for the bills or anything like that. That's all, it's a part of our, once you become a profitable trader, that comes along with, right? When you become profitable trader, you gain freedom, you make money, do all of the things. But the truth is that we cannot do it fully on externally. This is how I used to think, that okay, things that I have to try to do that, right? It's not, it's when we become, it becomes easier. Let me give you a clear example. Let's say you want to go to a holiday. Try to understand what I'm saying. Let's say you want to go to a holiday where there's a there's a lot of fun, exotic holiday with your family. Okay, the place that you will go, or the experience that you will have, it has its own consciousness. Try to understand, it has its own consciousness, it has its own vibrational frequency. Now when you just internally, okay, that's what I was talking about, that when you know the secret of the universe, it becomes easier. So you need to know how the frequency, energy and vibration works. Without doing anything, by just changing your energetic frequency, you can experience those things that you are looking for. From external point of view, if you look at the what I can say, the societal way, you will not understand what I'm saying. You need to what I can say, that rewire the brain, then you will see how it works. So you might say, then will I sit down? And you don't need to sit down. Let me tell you and two example, then you'll understand. For example, someone take an axe, that the axe that for chopping wood. Someone think that okay, I need to buy today food. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take an axe, okay, go to the forest, chop wood. So I'm gonna buy them on the market, I'm gonna get $100. So I'm gonna make food for one day, right? This is say someone is thinking. And then he grabbed the axe, he went to the forest, chop wood. So 6 o'clock he wakes up in the morning, and then he chopped the wood. It has come down evening 6 o'clock in the marketplace, sold all of them. Night 10 o'clock he got $100, and then he went to the house 12 a.m. in the midnight with the $100 food, right? This is what happened. Now there is another person here. What he did, he just relaxed, took a spoon, okay, and then he went outside of his house. He found that beside the house there is a gold mine. He took a spoon and 1 spoon of gold. He went to beside his shop and sold that 1 spoon of gold with $10,000, okay, and then he come back home. So this is what the secret of understanding the energy, frequency and vibration. Because when you become that, when we are associated with the things, so it's all about emotion is the energy, okay. When you go through that emotion, you started to associate yourself with the things that associated with your emotion. So this man 10 minutes spent to get that gold to earn that $10,000. This man spent 18 hours just to earn $100, okay. Because of the thinking, ideas comes from our internal state of being. This is why it is so important. You see, this is how the association comes on when we become in a state of being. So yeah, this is why learning is important to grow, so that you know exactly where to find that gold mine that is waiting for you. So your AUD, absolutely. Let me see that gold. 15 minutes. Okay. Now in these 5 minutes, okay, we saw that the price has come back down from the, okay, so after the candle close, as I mentioned, this might move a little bit in a sideways. So we saw this a movement has gone up, it's come back down. So with this move, this is the channel, the price you can see has grabbed liquidity here. I think that now, you know, we still could see that sideways movement. I don't think that gold will be able to break that way now, because it has a rejection from the top. Highly likely that we will see gold again coming down in that zone, okay, and then might see the price doing something like that, okay. So okay, with that said, let me see how it does. So we might see that yeah, we still not, you can see a little bit of sideways. This one was a trade, but it was very fast, okay, couldn't take it. Let's see how it does. Once we will find, we will be entering still in a sideways. Let me see what others are doing. GBP JPY, which is moving to the upside. Let me see quickly. Aussie yen, AUD pairs looking that bullish. AUD USD, CAD CHF, okay. Now CAD pairs, CAD is stronger, as you can see. CAD JPY also forming that bullish price action, including CAD CHF. CHF JPY also showing bullish. Euro AUD. Okay, so me look at the Euro AUD. Euro AUD previous, this is the monthly price action on Euro AUD. Now we saw that previous month there is a red body long wick. This month so far, after little pullback, there is a rejection. Now I think that Euro AUD, if we take the monthly Fibonacci, it's coming down to 61.8%. We could see that Euro AUD coming down to the 61.8% at least. From the weekly, we can see that the market after the previous weekly long bearish engulfer, as expected this month also the price has dropped, and highly likely that it might break this swing low. As we see that rejection, we could see that even we might see Euro AUD coming back to this level. If we look at the daily, the price action is significantly bearish. There is a strong drop, and we can expect on Euro AUD the price to go ahead and test this level and then to continue to drop. So from the further lower time frame, from intraday, we can see that Euro AUD is there is a drop, consolidation, drop, and what we see that there has been significant movement on Euro AUD. Okay, so the way the price action see, I see that there is a further probability to drop. Now this red candle is a bearish. Okay, we could see slowly coming down to this support level. Okay, Euro AUD for me is a bearish candle. Okay guys, in the meantime, if you are looking for regulated broker, don't hesitate to use our recommended brokers link. EverTrade is our recommended broker. There is a link in the description area, and also I'm putting a link in the live chat. You can use EverTrade link. So click the link and then register for free, and then you can start trading with a regulated broker. That is what we recommend, to start trading with a regulated broker. So let me see guys, much student, I don't know anything about trading, please guide, how should I start learning about Forex trading? Shubhan, thanks for that, for asking. Alzarin, thank you, I'm good, very good, thank you. Thank you for mentioning that you are new. I know that many of you new, and definitely, you know, this is a very, very important thing that to look at. If you are beginning as a, you know, as a new, like if you are a beginner starting your journey, or maybe a bit earlier you started, you still feel like new, then it is very important. That it's a very important message for me, is that, you know, I did that mistake. First thing, never ever trade on a bigger account. This is the number one that I'll tell. Never ever trade until you become fully proficient, profitable trader consistently for a long time. Okay, never being tempted, because, you know, as I mentioned, that most of our action is governed by our emotion. If we don't accept the fact, that means we most don't know that. Okay, we think that we are conscious being. I'm very conscious, I'm taking all my decision based on my logic, based on my reason, but the truth is that most of the decision come from deep emotion. Okay, we all human being, and we have that emotion inside us. Now emotion is needed. Emotion is what we need. Okay, but in the beginning, what happened is that, as I mentioned, that the money is a very highly emotional content, and before we learn the lesson, if we trade on a bigger account, it might be difficult for you to control that emotion, and suddenly you might have a big loss. So that's why number one is not to trade in a bigger account. Secondly, I would say that, you know, focus on learning. Okay, you can learn from free channel. I have it in my channel. There's a lot of content. Make sure you subscribe. And also you can learn from anywhere, okay, from any mentor. Focus on learning, and if you also you can accelerate your learning, right? A simple mistake could lose you thousands of dollars. But what I would say that, you know, if you stay connected, for example, let's say if you join us in our program also, it will help you to accelerate, and there is a lifetime access plan where you can access everything for the rest of your life, be part of the community, and then, you know, grow as a trader. This is what I recommend, that in the beginning, don't trade on a bigger account, trade on a very smaller account, maybe a live account, that's fine, very smaller account, so that you can handle that. It's very important that I would say that in the beginning. Okay, thanks for analyzing your AUD, no problems, thank you. AUD NZD looking to start. Okay, your AUD, awesome, thank you very much. So let's look at let me see. Okay guys, so we see that the market, as you can see again, the price, gold price, moving up. So moving up means in a sideways, that I can't say it's a bullish now. So I will be really keen to have some trade later today, as well as also tomorrow. AUD news coming, guys. There will be some very good trade coming up on AUD as well, USD as well, tomorrow news coming up. So yeah, you can join us. I'm almost at the end of the session. I strongly believe that, guys, you enjoyed this live session. If you enjoyed, give a big thumbs up. And you see that frequently we have live trades. Today we didn't find suitable entry, but definitely we will have some more tomorrow, and I will still keep watching any trade coming along. I will be opening until the end of the New York session, and then I will start again tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow twice again, guys. I hope that you enjoyed, and thank you very much for being here. Make sure you stay patient, subscribe to the channel, press that bell button notification, and always manage your risk when you open your trade. With that said, I'm gonna end this session. Thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay happy, stay well.